thanks. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Buffalo Bills and the New York Giants. The veteran kicker Robbie Gould set to get us started, and we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result. Because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move to influence the defensive front to go in that direction and create the space back on the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him. Sat there waiting for him and made the play.
On third down, Taylor. And incomplete here on third down. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. And now it's fourth down. So on fourth down, the Bills call on the punt unit and Colton Schmidt. Back deep, it's Odell Beckham. This is fielded at the 27. Oh, he slipped right by him. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot. And this will be caught at the 30. A gain of 32 that time. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Here's a nugget, Charles, on OBJ. This year he had 101 catches. Now 288 for his first 3 years in the league. That ties him with his former LSU teammate, Jarvis Landry, for most catches for a receiver in their first 3 years in the NFL.
And just think about it this way. LSU is known as a running back factory as well. So wide receivers coming into the league and doing the damage they're doing, absolutely incredible. But I do know this. OBJ will tease his former teammate and say, don't forget, we're tied, but I missed a few games my rookie year. If I played those games, I'd be way ahead of you.
Again, they'll throw with Manning. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes. Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
Again, it's Manning. That's caught at the 1. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run now with Jennings. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
Did your high school have that saying, push them back cheer?
I was a kicker.
Well, it certainly worked. Didn't matter if we were kickers or not. That one worked, didn't it? They pushed him back at his last snap of the ball, and boy, they created a nice play for themselves.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Will tie from 3 yards out. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. Big fourth-down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on fourth down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
And now out come the Bills. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves,
nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked. Olivier Vernon in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen. One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing, and on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Here's Colton Schmidt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Beckham, the return. 51 yards on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And the Giants ready to come out now. Manning now on first down. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session, but coach, I was throwing it to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with a football here as we begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. Throwing on first down is Manning. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time, and that'll bring up second down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. Throwing now is Manning. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Rashad Jennings, and it's third down. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion. Throwing is Manning on third down. And that's incomplete. Shane Vereen, the intended receiver there. And that'll bring up a fourth down.
And there was a good opportunity that just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth. Manning to throw for it on fourth. It's caught. Shepard. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Sterling Shepard, 38 yards. And the Giants add on to their lead. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
And here come the Bills. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for him throughout the game.
And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. For McCoy this year, 5th time in his 8-year career that he's topped the 1,000-yard mark. Charles, first time he's done it with the Bills, though, finished with 1267.
And he's the type of player that you can build around. And what I mean by that is, as a runner, as a pass catcher, he does a little bit of everything, and he opens up the offense for everyone else around him, the complementary players. But he's a guy, heavy-duty ball carrier, and also get him in space, and he can break people down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. And he's got room. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Colton Schmidt now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. And with that, they're now out of timeouts, and still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Oh, well, you mind if we go off topic for a second?
No, let's
go.
I
like to do that randomly. AFC playoff contenders for this year that didn't make it last season. Who do you have that might get in?
Well, I think Cincinnati's got to be considered there. Maybe they'd have an offseason that's calm, and they go into this season and try and get back to the playoffs where they had been perennials. How about Denver?
Yeah.
Remember last year they didn't have the quarterback to start. Trevor Siemian played pretty well overall, but maybe they can get solidified there and ride that strong defense right back into the playoffs. I'm going to give you a couple a little bit off the pace. Indianapolis cannot afford to squander Andrew Luck, one of the better young quarterbacks in the game. They've got to get back to the playoffs. And Buffalo, brand new head coach, brand new people running the ball club. Let's see if they can figure it out, because I think defensively they can be awfully strong.
Here's Manning to throw. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. He got 29 yards that time.
I'm about to do a disservice to the catch we just saw. One-handed, coming down with it, just like that. Yeah, I know. Odell Beckham Jr. We're used to this, aren't we?
We are.
And that's just wrong on every level. That was spectacular.
Will tie the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
2nd down now after the incompletion. Manning again here on 2nd and 10. And complete to Lewis over the middle. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Manning to throw once more. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nickel Roby. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the...
Taylor hit. He lost the football. And fortunately, the Bills jump on it and get it back.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. They come up in an offset eye. Now Gillislee. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. They'll get 6 on the play, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Here's Colton Schmidt now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Here's Beckham. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Manning will try again on 2nd down. And now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this deep. And got his man complete. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big play there just before halftime. 82 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense, and you and I both know.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Kyle Williams able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of 3. Manning to throw on 2nd down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown. They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And Gold is able to put it through. Nothing. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach, but it kept the offense out of the end zone.
This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll run it with McCoy. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Bobby Rainey now to return it. Oh, he shifts past him. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to...
He's got a man complete. And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown. Victor Cruz, 47 yards. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. And the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver, and now it's third down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away, but the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It's taken to the 26. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
Well, they decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice. Able to get a hand in and tip it away.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Aaron Williams. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. The Bills getting set to go. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Again, it's McCoy. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
I know the focus is LaShawn McCoy here, but the defense is doing a really nice job. He's nowhere near his normal yardage total in this game.
Yeah, so looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. New York set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? This is caught inside the 15. A pickup there of 36. And it's good for a New York first down. Another notch there on the belt for Eli Manning, finding Odell Beckham.
Pick a route, any route. They're connected no matter what. Boy, those guys know how to figure it out, and they work hard at it in practice. A big reason why they're in the lead.
They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, and it's 2nd down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Well, they get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Shane Vereen, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Giants have got it on cruise control. And it's up and good. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And the Bills offense comes out ready to take over. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it. Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Here's Jennings. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
They go play action for Jennings. Now Manning. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level. Extra DB on the field for the Bills here on third down.
Yeah, maybe thinking pass. Look at the spin. And they showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Oh, look at this play call. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Bills are going to get the football back. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
2nd and 10, it's Taylor again. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in the cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Sammy Watkins, the intended target. And fourth down coming up. Here's Colton Schmidt now. He's been terrific so far. And it's fielded at the 34. Wow, evasive.
Make a miss.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And New York set to take the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Yeah, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Manning. Caught left left side, it's Beckham. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Eli to OBJ. What a combo. And really, how do you defend them when they're on their game?
Absolutely, and they're on their game in this one. That's really what this offense is predicated on, isn't it?
It really is. It's explosive plays, and it doesn't matter whether Eli throws it 3 yards or 30 yards. OBJ can provide that.
Second down here after the incomplete pass.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe they're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he is going to lose yardage here. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
When that works, your offensive coordinator looks like a genius. When it doesn't, it leaves folks saying, what are you doing? Down here, I'd rather have my tailback running off tackle than something off the radar like this.
Second and goal to go now. Now it's Jennings. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Rashad Jennings, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Giants just continue to pour it on. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Let's go.
They'll throw on first down with Taylor. His throw incomplete. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers.
Let's go. 9.
Second and 10 now. It's Taylor. And his throw is incomplete. So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on third down. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. And he'll get nothing out of that one. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a fourth down. Here's Colton Schmidt now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. And what they're challenging here is the spot of the ball, and this is probably the hardest challenge to win.
So difficult because the speed of the game, the angles of the cameras, your angle from the sideline watching the play can often fool you into thinking that the ball should be placed in a different spot.
Taken in at the 22. Ooh, with a juke. So possession goes over here on the punt. And New York set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They've got to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will...
That's caught inside the 20. Manning to Beckham. A big play there. 55 yards. They come out here in the eye. Jennings. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Jennings. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
This is Jennings. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
Partner, from this vantage point, I would have thought they would have just wedged it in the middle and just put bodies in there and tried to move people to pick up the first.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And how about this? It's complete. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. That's complete right around the 8. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. Up big, and they go for 2, and they get it.
I remember being in high school and seeing an article in the paper where a local columnist had said, "Why are we fighting over sportsmanship and running up the score? Just run it up on everybody and deal with it." Some people just don't care that way, and obviously this coach feels the exact same way.
So that article was saying the defense should be able to stop them.
That's what they're trying to say. Hey, if you don't want it to happen, stop them. Otherwise, quit whining about it.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now a play fake here on first down. And they went big on first down. Proves unfruitful.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Now Taylor. Now he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbound?
Nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked. They brought him in off the corner, and he gets in to drop him for a loss of 4.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Manning looking to throw it. An incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
Now Manning. And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now 3rd down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long, with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
So Charles are able to complete what so often seems to be elusive, a shutout in the NFL. And maybe what's fitting is they ended the game on the field, that defensive unit on the field. What an exclamation mark.
And probably felt like they could go another 60 minutes without anyone putting points on the board against them. That's the confidence you gain throughout when you're pitching a shutout. And they're going to leave the stadium feeling like they're all 10 feet tall.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Giants are winners as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.